That salad and go place, I had a, they don't sweeten it, but with like mango juice, I had a mango green tea with my salad. That shit is delicious. I left it in the car because the lid could pop off pretty.
That's a smart move.
Oh, Paul, the ball busting never stops.
I was literally moving it to.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.
Ba-da-da. Nope.
You got your headphones plugged in?
Yes. I do believe. Still believe. And then this is number 2.
Whatever you plug it into. Oh, they're all the way down. Yeah, that's why you can't.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Nope, they're all the way up. All the way up.
Good goddamn minute. Oh, what the fuck? Where's the input at?
Oh.
Oh, longest cable overhead.
Hang on. Let me see that.
Oh, that's what I did. I put the whole fucking cable in here. Then I plug it in. Oh, that's why it's still.
You gotta be careful with this because it's not full blown bleach, but it's still bleach. So you gotta really make sure that it won't.
Oh yeah, don't put that on the carpet, man.
Yeah.
It's not gonna bleach it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah. Well,
It's Lysol, dude.
it's because it's
That was Mountain Dew that spilled on her, so I want to make sure just me wiping up not gonna clean it.
hey, but intentions are good. Like I'm not talking shit. I'm just letting you know like that'll stain the carpet worse. Ba ba da da. It's all good, man.
How about now? It's all the way down, yeah.
Ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. There I am. Hi, me. Oh yeah.
That still works. Fantastic. I plug it in. Heyo. There you go. You gotta scoot back over. I'm trying to get even because you're
Da-da,
out of frame now.
da-da, da-da-da-da-da,
Both ears?
da-da-da. Yeah, I'm good. This is fantastic.
So last week, how many minutes were we before it actually kicked off?
About 10 or 15.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
We're cresting them on 11.
Consistency.
Cresting on 11. And we are live in 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sober Swole podcast. My name is Jake Howard.
My name is Paul Rowe.
And before we get started, let's give a couple shout outs to some great companies. Let's go to royaltynutrition.com. That's at Royalty Nutrition on Instagram. Check them out. Use the discount code 37HAKE. But I think there's someone who can tell you a little bit about Royalty a little bit better than me. Let's kick it to Warhorse.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.
It's all right.
Imagine that.
Hey, well, you know, new studio setup, new challenges. It's okay. We'll do that spot again later. But yeah, royaltynutrition.com. Supplements not made with bullshit ingredients and designed to help you along your way. Check out their new immune system boosting product. They'll be coming out soon. David's talking all about it on his Instagram. Follow him at Royalty Nutrition. If you're looking for some great products, you want some money off, Use that sweet discount code 37HAKE to save 15% while things are still on sale. All right, go to Gorilla Gains. That's www.gorilla-gains.com. That's gains with a Z. Check them out and use their high-quality apparel for in and out of the gym wear. And their great fitness apparatuses that help you stay safe while you train and help you train more efficiently and better. Check them out and use the discount code JAKE15 at checkout to save 15% on your entire order. Give some love to the FitOps Foundation. That's fitops.org or at FitOps_foundation on Instagram. They are a not-for-profit organization that helps veterans rediscover their purpose after their active duty military service through not just becoming personal trainers, but camaraderie, friendship, learning how to have better coping mechanisms. It's a 3-week all-inclusive course. Best thing I've ever done in my life. Best organization I'm still a part of. Check them out, fitops.org. If you're looking for a great not-for-profit to donate to, that's fitops.org/donate. Paul, tell them what's good.
Well, first and foremost, I am going to start off with Advanced Physical Therapy. Advanced Physical Therapy has helped me not only overcome some major injuries that I've had in my back, my leg, and my foot, but they have a fantastic staff. The physical therapist, Mandy, is incredible. If you're looking for a fantastic or a just any opportunity to get yourself out of pain without having to do drugs or surgery or anything like that, try physical therapy. I highly recommend it. Check them out. They're Advanced Physical Therapy. You can look them up at AdvancedPhysicalTherapy.com. And they're located on the east side of the valley. They're on Higley and Pecos. Second, I'm going to give a shout out to my brother, Kyle Summers. I love this man more than anything. He is doing incredible things with the business that he's working with right now. Just got promoted, which I'm super proud of him. He works with Purpose Healing Center. Purpose Healing Center is an addiction specialist facility that's located out in Scottsdale. If you're looking for any type of addiction help, doesn't have to necessarily be with drugs and alcohol. It can be with any type of addiction. If you want some help, check him out. Kyle is amazing at what he does, and you can look him up online. It's purposehealingcenter.com. Last but not least, I want to give a shout out to my home group that I used to be a part of. So Fourth Dimension, it's a men's meeting on Sunday nights, every Sunday night, 6 p.m. They're back in full effect. They're doing it. They're doing a great job helping newcomers. Check them out. They're located at the Pigeon Coop. The Pigeon Coop is out in Tempe, I should say, off of Rule and the 60. They're behind Denny's. If you want to check them out, though, they have multiple meetings. It's not just a men's meeting. The meeting I'm speaking of is a men's-only meeting on Sunday nights. However, they have a multitude of different meetings. You can check them out at pigeoncoop.org. That is all I have, except there's... We always forget this. What's the other person that we need to thank? Oh, yeah, Vitabuy Studios.
Whoever's cleaning my carpet.
Yeah, this guy. So, Vitabuy Studios, that's where we're sitting at right now. We're in a kind of interim right now. We're still in the same location, but new setup. And Vitabuy Studios is ran by Ryan Harvey, otherwise known as DJ Swirl.
DJ Swirl.
And you can check him out on Instagram. You can check him out on Facebook. You can check him out on... what else? Twitch, fucking Twitter. What are the other platforms?
Well, if you're going to be handing out where he's at on social media, you better know all those handles.
Well, I know at Vitabuy Studios. I know at DJ Swirl. I know at Ryan Harvey. Am I forgetting any?
At TNL Pod.
TNL Pod.
Not at Ryan Harvey anywhere.
Oh, you're not? Oh, my apologies. Not at Ryan Harvey. Anyways,
You're trying.
Ryan is hosting our podcast that you're listening to right now, and we are indebted to him. We couldn't be more thankful. Not to mention, though, he does incredible things with the moving industry. He's buckled down. He did the hard work. He's done it all on his own from the fucking ground up, and he's done an incredible job, and he continues to excel and build his business. And the reason why he's been doing such a great job is because he's honest, he's hardworking, he shows up when he says he's going to show up, doesn't damage your products. So if you're looking for any type of helping move, check them out. By to Buy Studios, or is it just By to Buy? Help me out here.
At Buy to Buy is the moving apparatus
At By to
of the
Buy
business.
is the moving platform apparatus. Got it. At By to Buy. Anyways, check him out. He's an incredible man. We all love him here. And yeah, that's all I got. Sorry, I'm fucking still out of it, man. I'm pissed off right now
What are you pissed off about?
about spilling the fucking drink.
You and your
And my OCD is really kicking in right
your,
now.
your
The fact
death of
that
your Mountain Dew?
I'm not able to fucking clean it up properly.
He's a chicken stuck in my teeth. Shout out to Salad and Go. That buffalo chicken salad was delicious. No, man. So you
Yeah.
Christ on a cracker.
Christ on a cracker.
Yeah. You get those served to you at mass. Anyway, you had some news that you wanted to share with everybody.
I did. I do.
Well, kick that donkey, Paul.
All right, let's kick it off then. So, all of you listeners, we've all talked about in the past mental health. And mental health is a very serious issue, especially I feel more serious than it has in the past, at least in my own experiences, in my own lifetime, because of everything that's going on with COVID. And there's been a jump up. And again, the percentages that I'm looking up is off of the information I researched online. It could be wrong. I don't know. But from the research that I've been seeing is that suicide rate has jumped up 65% since March. That's scary. Well, the reason why I bring that up is because the whole COVID situation has really separated people and isolated people. And I'll speak from my own experience that I am a product of that. I got to the point where I hated going outside. I didn't enjoy coming here. It's one of those things where after it was done, it was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I came. But coming up to it, I had zero desire to do anything. I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want to do nothing. And a lot of that is now due to the reasoning because I chose to take it upon myself and stop all my medication. Now, I'm bipolar. I have depression, amongst few other things, and I decided that it was going to be okay to go ahead and stop my own medication without consulting any medical advice. Why, you ask? Well, I did not like the way it was making me feel. One of the primary reasons was because of my lack of sexual desire. There was no sex drive whatsoever, not able to get an erection, which is actually a byproduct of a lot of the antidepressant medications. And so it's like, okay, well, shit, do I worry about having a sexual relationship with my fiance, or do I worry about my mental health where in the back of my head, I'm like, I got this. I can do it on my own, which obviously my past has proven that anytime I think I can do something on my own, it doesn't pan out all that well. So last 2 months has spiraled down rapidly to the point where I've been back to suicide thoughts, depressive ideas, and just not giving a fuck about anything. And then on top of that, last 2 weeks I've been dealing with some medical issues. So I was like, you know what? I think it's time to come clean and be honest with the people that care about me and who I care about. Not to mention, need to start getting a handle on what's going on with me, because we all know what happens when I start spiraling out of control. I end up in a fucking loony bin. So I don't want to go back there because it wasn't an enjoyable experience as far as the comfort level. So, yeah, I had decided to go to the doctor today and spoke with the doctor and was honest. And we came up with a game plan. We're getting my medical stuff looked at. I got some shit I got to go do on Friday. And then I got some blood work done as well, waiting to hear back. And then I also started on a new medication, which is a mood stabilizer. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks, because unfortunately in the science, as a lot of people know, when it comes to mental health, it's a gambling, or it's a gambling game. You know, you never know what you're going to be getting, and unfortunately, there's no exact science behind it. You know, for example, you break a bone, you know exactly what you need to do. You need to throw it in a cast, you got to reset it, blah, 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 blah. Well, when it comes to mental health and trying to figure out on an individual basis how to help somebody and what medication is the proper medication to give, it's not so simple. So it can be challenging, it can be exhausting, it can be depressing. And so hopefully in the end, as long as I keep my head up, because I finally got to the point in my life where I got tired of being the victim. Got tired of, you know what, the woe is me, I'm over it, I'm done. And a lot of it had to do with me getting myself awake again, is having to go back to the office. I've been having to go back to the office this week, and it's been a good thing. It's allowed me to get out of the norm that I've been set in, and I'm starting to wake up mentally. I've been feeling better. It's just my physical status has not been all that well, which hopefully we'll find out what's going on with that soon. And also, I haven't told you guys, I got a sleep study on Monday. I'm going to go sleep at a facility. I have to check in at 8:15 p.m., and then I leave at 5:15 a.m. So I'm hoping with the fact that I found out with the low testosterone, sleep apnea, I'm now starting to just move the puzzle pieces around to make sure everything now fits right, to where once I got the puzzle in place, I'll frame it and then I'll dust it here and there. Obviously I'm making an analogy, but you know, that's the plan.
So what was this shit you were talking about with your gallbladder?
So the last week and a half, I've been suffering stomach pains.
Hey, it's Warhorse!
You heard that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's feeling shit, son. Right in the middle of your gallbladder story. All right, go ahead now.
Oh shit! Oh man, that could not come out.
I just had to get out of that funk. Because it just
Oh
felt like
shit!
there was a blanket over this room. Anyway, your gallbladder story, I'm sorry.
That was fucking great, dude. No, so I've been having stomach pains for the last fucking week and a half. Been waking up in the middle of the night, sweating, like drenched in sweat, like from nightmares, and not understanding really what's going on. Just kind of been playing things here and there, like, oh, it's due to the food that I ate, because I've noticed that spicy foods have been really affecting me the last week and a half, and or not getting enough sleep, because now I'm having to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to make sure I get to the office on time, or am I not eating enough because I haven't had enough to eat? I've only been eating once a day because I have zero appetite. I'm literally nauseous. I'm nauseous right now. That's the reason why I'm literally bummed out about that Mountain Dew, because the carbonation fucking helps like keep shit settled. And so,
Hey, I got a alkalinized water. You want it?
please,
That might help.
thank you.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll be right
that'd
back.
Awesome. But yeah, so I'm thinking, you know, all of these could be possible reasons as to why my stomach's hurting. Well, then, yeah. Well, then Dez was like, hey, you might have an ulcer. And I was like, nah, I don't have an ulcer. She's like, well, have you had blood in your poop? And I was like, no. Well, the last 2 days, there's been blood. And so finally, I called the doctor yesterday. I was like, hey, this is what's going on. Can I get in? Like, yeah, you can come in tomorrow. All right, cool. So I went in today, and the doctor asked me a bunch of questions, figuring out what's going on. I tell him everything, tell him that I quit the medication. I thought that could possibly be a reason, but everything that I was thinking of, if that's the reason that it was, the what's the word I'm looking for? The reactions or the cause and effect, whatever the term I'm looking for, they would have been subsided by now. Symptoms, thank you. So the symptoms would have been subsided by now. So it wasn't anything that was making sense to me. So I was like, that's why I went to the doctor. So after giving the doctor all the information, the doctor started pushing on my stomach, and then he got to my right side. I was like, oh shit, that fucking hurt, man. He's like, do you have pain going to your back? I'm like, well, I have back pain all the time, but I've noticed on my right side's been hurting for like the last week more than normal. He's like, yeah, it's probably your gallbladder. I think we need to go. Oh, thank you, kind sir. I think.
Lid on it.
Yeah, no shit. She actually poured on the fucking spot.
Finish
Clean
your
it
story. Attention deficit, Paul.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought.
You were talking about your pain in your lower back.
Oh yeah,
Your right
so,
side.
I guess it's all the symptoms that I was explaining to the doctor today is all geared towards a gallbladder, where I guess if everything that he's saying, or everything that I'm saying is true, the ultrasound proves it. Then I guess it's called a polyp, and a polyp can show up on a gallbladder, which then it's just a simple minor surgery that you have to go in and get it taken out. So 2020, man. Yeah. This is the only thing that's good that's happened this year. This right here.
I've had,
Fucking
an,
Dodgers winning.
I've had such a good year. Like, if we're being real,
And you've had actually a really good
I've
year.
had a great year.
Yeah.
If-
I fucking hate this year.
I didn't approach any of this with negativity, though. I refused to.
You know what, dude? The start of this year started out fucking shitty. The January, I fucking lost 11 people that I personally knew from overdoses. So,
Yeah.
like, the fucking year, that was even before COVID and all that shit. Not to mention, I was sick in the very beginning of the year, which I'm pretty sure that was COVID at the time, but who knows?
Yeah, that my chef guy that was my culinary teacher had COVID before COVID was in the United States.
Yeah.
When he went and got tested, he had all the antibodies still.
Really?
Yeah. Anywho.
Anywho.
No, man. It's fucking bananas.
I wish I could make half the shit up that's been going on with me this year. Just from June. Now, June I caused to a certain extent.
What is that noise?
Air conditioning?
Yeah, it's the heat.
The heat? Is that why it's fucking hot in here?
I mean, heaters make things warm. That's science. I'm great.
I'm good now.
I am great. Man,
I will say though, I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole last
Go.
2 days.
and into what?
Special needs education.
Okay.
I have an appointment next Thursday with MCC to go talk to them about what needs to happen for me to re-enter into school.
I think you're too far from your mic.
Oh. So what is going to entail for me to re-enter back into school, to get my bachelor's degree in education, and then get my master's, which there's a program with Grand Canyon University, costs $9,000. It's a 12-week program, I think.
Okay.
And that goes into further detail on special needs. And the reason why I started going down this rabbit hole is because I've learned in my life recently that I get by. Do I have everything I want? No. But am I living comfortably? Yeah, I am.
Mm-hmm.
I got my own house. The bills are paid. Like, yeah, we're like right here with everything. We're not going out and splurging, going out to dinner and shit. But if I'm able to make it like this and be miserable at my job, then I know for a fact I can make this amount of money. And if I'm doing something I'm passionate about and I love, then there's no worry there. And I've always wanted to help people, man. I really have. And there's a big need right now. Like MCC will give you $1,200 a semester for any education degree program, which is cool.
Well, here's the part where I do what Ryan wants to do. What's different about this adventure than every other adventure you've tried to go on?
Nothing.
Okay.
So
So
I'm just talking about it until you
Okay.
hear about me a year from now, like finishing a fucking semester. We can go back on this and be like, "Hey, do you remember when you were like, good for you, man? You actually
yeah,
fucking
no,
stuck it
because
through." Yeah,
yeah,
not-
it's great to dream and want to do, man.
Mhm.
But
I'm a dreamer.
yeah, you're a dreamer, but like one of these times you're gonna actually have to pull the trigger and
Yep.
do it.
Correct.
You know, so
Which
prove it is what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
no,
No
and-
balls.
And that's, you know what? I applaud you even saying that, because I need that kind of shit. Like, that's why it wasn't, that's why I forced myself, not even forced myself, I was excited about it, setting up the appointment. Because first I called, they won't set up an appointment over the phone, so you have to go online and set up the appointment.
Mhm.
I had to go with a certain advisor because they only go within the certain curriculum of the studies that you're looking for. And Thursday was the only open availability.
Okay. Well, also because you haven't been in school for so long,
Very long time.
you're gonna have to go and take your placement tests.
Okay. Well, and that's why I want to meet with an advisor. Like, I have zero idea.
So they're gonna test your reading, your English comprehension, and your math.
Okay.
And that's how they're gonna place you into your have to takes that aren't related to your degree.
Okay.
So, especially if you're getting an education, you're going to have to get a pretty high in reading. You have to get to a pretty high level in English, and you're going to have to get to a pretty high level in math, just so you can prove that you can do it. Okay?
All right.
It's going to be a lot. But if you really want to do it, you're going to have to suck that dick.
You know what the median income is for special needs teachers?
No.
61.
Okay.
It's a median.
Mm-hmm.
Guess how much I'm making right now?
Oh.
40.
Okay. This reminds me of Dallas, the city of Dallas.
I don't get it.
When you meet someone in Dallas,
Uh-huh.
like the second thing they tell you about themselves is how much money they make. And I've never given a shit about that.
Got it.
I mean that with all the love in my heart. Hey man, your bills paid? Rad. All right, moving on. You know what I mean? Or your
Yep.
bills aren't paid? That sucks. All right, moving on. You know?
Pretty much.
Sounds like your business.
True. Very true.
You know, I mean, there used to be a time back in the before times when you didn't even tell people who you voted for. Because nobody's goddamn business. This is true. Anywho. So, Paul, you're not on the social medias.
No, I am not.
But
And
I
I'm
ju-
actually really enjoying it now.
Well, you remember Martha.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Martha brought to my attention and the attention of like everyone she knows in the sobriety community some ads that were going on with Tropicana, the orange juice company.
Okay.
And so the general basis behind it was it's okay for you to take a moment to relax by yourself. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's okay to have a moment.
Uh-huh.
But how they were doing it was it's take a moment
Oh,
and
mimosa.
like a mimosa, and they had celebrity campaigns come out, and there are these mini fridges that could be disguised as other things. And it was like, sometimes I'll have my moment in the closet by myself. Sometimes I'll have my moment out in the garage where no one knows. You know, like, okay. So in the sober community, one of the, like, that is a big, why the fuck are you promoting this? Because what I don't think a lot of people realize, like Ryan and I kind of had a little back and forth on it, but and I have a hard time. I think I had a more difficult time explaining it. But one of the biggest signs of alcoholism is drinking alone, hiding your booze so no one knows that you're drinking. And I think I don't know, Maybe you'd be able to explain it better since you were
Well,
hiding your shit.
you're exactly explaining it correctly.
Yeah.
Like you have. Oh no, I'll take that back. You don't know you have a problem. You do know in the back of your head. However, I'll speak for myself. The reason why I hid it is because I didn't want to hear any shit about it. I still wanted to drink. I still wanted to do what I wanted to do. I wasn't hurting anybody. I justified it 1,000 different ways in my head, and I don't want to fucking hear about it. So yeah, I'm gonna do what I want to fucking do. But the second you're having to hide shit, and this goes with anything, there's got to be an underlying issue. What's going on? And that the fact that you're saying that commercials, I'm gonna go have a moment in the closet. Like, you know how many closet drinkers? Like, how many times I heard fucking stories, primarily more from women, but there were men that would say it, that I would go home and go have a box of wine in my fucking closet while the kids were downstairs, or while so and so was doing such and such. You know, it's, yeah, if you're by yourself doing that shit, man, it's not good.
Well, then you have to think about it too. In this pandemic, not everyone, but everyone's really more distant from everybody, even if you're one of those fuck that kind of people.
Correct.
So you have skyrocketing cases of depression, skyrocketing cases of, like people that are working addiction programs can't get to these programs to get the support they need.
Correct.
And then the biggest issue behind it was Tropicana is a national name recognized brand that you'll run across an ad for Tropicana anywhere, right? And so say the big thing was, it was cute. The ads were cute. It was just the mommy needs her moment away from the kids. But it's
Advertise that then with fucking a bottle of wine
Or-
or fucking
yeah,
champagne,
yeah,
or like not orange juice.
yeah, like imagine like
There was champagne.
yeah, I mean mimosas, but like dad needs this moment alone. Jack Daniels,
Right.
like,
Yeah,
that's-
exactly.
Jack Daniels would have got fucking crucified.
Yep.
Because the funniest thing about it was take your moment, and underneath it was like drink responsibly. Drinking alone is like
Not
top 3 most irresponsible drinking things you can do.
Well, I thought responsibility in terms of drinking is the amount,
It's
because
it's your actions too.
taking a moment isn't. You're not going to get blitzkrieged.
Depends who you're asking. who
Yeah.
you're talking
Not if
to.
you're a soccer mom
Look,
I have-
you know how many fucking
in your,
people?
I have
in your
met-
custom closet.
I have
like,
met many a drunk all the time mother.
Oh yeah.
That's how they deal with the kids.
Well, it's like, have you seen that? It's it's same topic, but it's not geared towards sobriety. But have you seen the commercial for Match for 2021? Have you seen it?
the one with the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like, you're
and-
supposed to have a relationship with the devil in 2021? Like,
well,
what the fuck?
No, it's the devil in 2020. That commercial's hilarious.
No, I found it hilarious as well.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Jesus Christ, what are you promoting right now?
That the world's going to hell, man.
Pretty much. I got into like this long conversation with my coworker today. He's a big reader. You guys know who Dan Brown is?
Mhm.
So I just watched Angels and Demons yesterday for the first time. I'd never seen it before. I thought I had, but I hadn't. And he was talking to me. Dan Brown's the author for Inferno, Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, The Origin, and one other one that's all Robert Langdon related. And then there's a few other books that he had written off topic of things. But my coworker was saying that I guess Angels and Demons was first and Da Vinci Code was second, and Hollywood flipped it. And I found it rather interesting about how the continuous talk of Illuminati was in Angels and Demons, and then he was like, "Have you seen Inferno?" I'm like, "No, I haven't." And so we got to talking about that. Well, I guess there's two other books that he believes that will never make it to Hollywood because one of them is about the Freemasons, and then the other one's about how artificial intelligence is going to take over the world. But in the book, there's a guy that takes that information to the Catholic Church, and then the Catholic Church tries to stomp it and put an end to it. Yeah, it's fun times.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was the end?
Yeah, that was
It
it.
ended very anticlimactically.
I was just, because I
Just-
don't know a whole
just-
lot about the information.
just-
I'm just telling you what he told me.
Just riffing.
Just relaying the information. That's all.
So anyway, I came with a topic and we got off it real quick.
Okay.
No, but Ryan, like, just on your side, I saw where you were coming from when we were having our DM chat, and I was getting frustrated because I didn't think I was explaining it well, and I figured it'd be better for us to have the conversation in person.
Sure.
But
I'm lost.
so like
Yeah, no, you weren't in the conversation. So.
yeah.
Obviously.
Well, see, I jumped on.
No, he tagged me in it.
Yeah.
So
And
like
what?
he
Well, so-
tagged me in the post about slut shaming Tropicana.
So listen,
So-
in
About
no way
slut
was I
shaming?
in no.
No, that's what the marketing is. The marketing is they're trying to it's a slutty attempt at poor taste, right? So it's like there's no need for them to do that. There's no need for them to take them a moment. There's no need to combine their messaging with orange juice. There wasn't. And so it's a cheap trick.
Now I understand.
That's
you
what I
used the
mean by
word
slutty,
shaming. I was
right?
like, wait,
so
what?
it's a
Okay.
low
Is
hanging
it-
fruit.
yeah, it was a cheap way. Of,
Right. So I didn't take it as serious because just seeing what it was about, it was okay. Yeah. But he tagged me in it and I've never had to struggle with alcohol. So I can't look at it from the same perspective. So I simply responded to him to let him know the fault in the premise of tagging me in it. If it would have just been him and Martha and they were just gone, I would have seen it. I would have been, okay, cool. Went right along. But he tagged me in it. So I'm like, well, here's my side. Since you tagged me in it, here's the point. And then he felt like I was trying, from the conversation that we had, it seemed like he felt attacked in an essence because like I was trying to say that he was wrong. And that's not what I was saying. I'm saying I can't relate because I haven't had that same struggle, right? So that's why these conversations, one, need to happen, and two, are always uncomfortable because we're coming from completely different experiences. I've been super fucking drunk. I have family who struggle with addiction. I see that shit firsthand. It's not that I can't understand what he's saying. It's I can't look at it from his perspective with the same energy because I'm not going to get triggered by a tiny thing of orange juice and champagne
Right.
stowed away next to a bathroom. Like, it's not going to trigger me. So, and for anyone that I think struggled or continues to struggle with alcohol, again, it's a volume situation. It's not about taking a moment or whatever that means, because I take moments every day with cannabis because I don't want to do it in front of my girls. It's not because I have a problem. It's because I'm doing it because it's inappropriate in their presence, right? So it's actually out of respect. It's because I'm doing a grown-up thing that they don't need to be a part of, but I've been very vocal about my support for that community, so I'm just keeping that same energy. I'm taking them a moment, right? So it doesn't carry the same weight because I'm responsible, because I've never chosen to abuse alcohol for it to come back and then take over my life, recover, and then now be sensitive toward things that aren't meant for you. That's what it is. So I completely understand the entire sober community not liking it because it's not something that they should like. But I'm not going to use the energy to, again, it's a cheap trick. So I'm not so like Martha. I saw that she has posted several times and has like made light of it, but she's now getting attention from it. And that's the thing, like, to me, when it comes to fundraising or doing charity work, I don't want to take pictures with people. I want to be there. I want to be present. I want to give my time and my effort and money if that's what it is. But I don't need a pat on the back for what I'm doing. I don't need a payback. And it feels like now they're all getting a payback from it, and that's where it turns into you lost me, because I get it. I completely understand where they're coming from. I can never relate, and I'm not going to give it the same weight that they can because it won't trigger me the same way. Right? So that's it. So I hope that's my side.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a text
I was
miscommunication.
gonna say anything within the written format can always be misconstrued.
And then
And that's what's shitty about. That's why I hate it. I'll never talk anything serious over a text, email, nothing. I gotta have that shit in person. I have to have the interaction, the human emotions behind it. They have to understand my connotation behind, or the purpose behind my saying.
But well, what ended up happening was those Tropicana retracted it, and took the ads down. The celebrities that had the ads up Martha went and got interviewed by Page Six, which is a periodical, and gave her, here's why this is fucked up and why mommy wine culture needs to die, kind of thing. That's been her. Remember how we talked about that, like wine moms? She's on the show, and
Not really. I'll be honest.
Okay.
But,
That's
well, I don't want to fucking lie and
Yeah,
say,
no.
Oh yeah. All right.
No, I appreciate that. No, but so one of the secret problems that a lot of mothers have now, it's mommy's wine time. That's become a cute haha thing, and a lot of these mothers that it's mommy's wine time is they're drinking 2 bottles of wine a night. They're like, I just
It's
needed
turned
to.
into pills.
Yeah.
Isn't that part of trash TV culture though?
Well, yeah, it's all
The
part of
wine
it.
mom?
It is, but there's a
But
like
when you're dealing with people that are in the sober community and reaching out to be like, it's okay to come into the sober community, you got to kind of be like, this is a problem, and why there are so many people in the sober community is these cutesy little things like this that are driving you to maybe a problem you wouldn't have ever had because it's just a normal thing.
You think
And-
that someone's literally going to get triggered enough to binge based off of their ads?
Maybe.
it's happened.
No. Well, that's an exception. So if we're going to talk about numbers about COVID, we need to have a serious conversation and convey that when it comes to the exception.
And I exactly was just about to come in and say, I'll play devil's advocate right now. Look at how many fucking alcohol commercials there are out there. And I get it, like, because that was one of the things when I was in rehab, or even in Looney Bin. Like I'll even use Looney Bin since I was more recent. We were only allowed to watch 3 channels because our TVs were linked all between
5, 10, and 12.
No, actually, it was Discovery, Cartoon Network,
Oh,
and
cable.
Nickelodeon. Those are the 3 channels we got to watch.
Not even PBS?
Nope.
Dang.
So all those channels were intermittent between the different pods. So and there's different age groups within the pods, and also different diagnoses within the pods. And the reason why it literally got switched like a week before I got in, because someone was watching a show and it triggered him, and he fucking stabbed another person with a pencil. So like, yeah, it can it be an exception? Yes, but at the same
That is an
time,
extreme example.
it is an extreme example, but at the same time, it happens. Like I've heard it countless times in the meetings, dude, where
Yeah, that's like-
I was watching a movie, dude, and this guy started fucking slamming heroin, and he fucking went and picked up. Like that's just one example. I mean, it does happen. It can. I was triggered in the very beginning. There's certain music I couldn't listen to for like the first 6 months I was sober.
Okay. Like all of those things are way more encompassing than simply scrolling through your timeline. And you could have missed it if you weren't paying attention. Because
Well,
I might have seen it because
Is this an
Tropicana sta-
advertisement like on TV, like a TV commercial,
It's
or
everywhere.
is this like
it's everywhere, dude.
like
It's
a social media
people
thing?
who are good at marketing are on every media outlet or every medium. So,
Right.
but he saw it. They saw it on social media, and the thing that makes it that blends it in with the whole cancel culture thing is it didn't happen for like several days. So the original post was 15 days ago or something like that, and then it was 6 days ago that people started talking bad about it in terms of the sober community not taking kindly to it. But prior to that, there are several hundred comments from women who are like, "Oh my God, I need this. Where can I? How do I enter?" Like, it was a successful campaign because of the way it was targeted. It was targeted toward that demographic,
Right.
and so that was its intention. So when you reach for the trigger of it, that is a reflection of you projecting your situation into that. So if I projected myself into a situation when it came to being triggered by police, I have examples to reach from,
Right.
right? But I'm not anyone who hasn't had that same experience would not react to it the same way, so I wouldn't expect them to.
What was the reasoning behind the sober community being so pissed off? Was it the fact that it was an orange juice that was now being turned into something, or because
It was
again,
just the marketing.
So the whole marketing was they were doing this thing where you get like these mini Tropicana fridges that you could hide and put anywhere, so you could have your little mini bottles of champagne next to your Tropicana orange juice, so you could take a moment anywhere in your closet, in your garage, where no one could find it.
yeah,
kind of
no
thing.
alcohol commercials have ever condoned any type of that shit. No, I'm being serious. Like
No,
if you
I'm
look
talk-
at all alcohol commercials,
Well, I
it's
was just
all
thinking
in the
about that.
moment.
Like-
It's all out. It's partying.
No. Game of Thrones.
I've never seen it, but
Me neither. Pop culture phenomenon
right.
in terms of
Oh, absolutely.
its stamp
yeah.
on me just saying it and you knowing exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Dilly dilly. How is that not triggering?
Keith Stone.
You're using fucking fantasy television to sell the experience of belonging on Sunday football.
Or
like,
the mystery man.
That's
for fucking
way
Dos
more
Equis.
inappropriate in my estimation when you're talking about the people who, again, the exceptions who could be triggered by it. I think that would
I
be
can see
way
it from
more
both ways. I really can.
because Game of Thrones is in itself is an escape.
The television, media,
So it's
anything.
one binge onto another binge, and it's like, okay, it's the levels of inappropriate are there.
Oh, yeah,
Again, I'm just saying
everything, dude.
the
Anything like
cancel culture that happens nowadays.
that right there is an escape. What we're doing right now is an escape. Like anything, media.
You can all lives matter everything, dude. We can
Exactly.
do that till we're blue in the face.
Exactly.
Oh, and in no way am I pro boycotting Tropicana or saying don't go buy Tropicana orange juice.
But people in the circle
I didn't get that.
did do and will.
People in the circle did do that. There was one lady who was uber pissed, and she was just like, "Simply orange for me forever. Fuck you."
Yeah,
like
and that's how. So why is that inappropriate? Why is that an appropriate response? If you're going to cry inappropriate, then
But-
why would you respond
Yeah,
inappropriately?
you don't need to respond.
Then all you're doing is it's the petty Olympics,
yeah, and
It,
and
again,
it's about
and
attention. It's
the
about
first
likes
thing
and
that I want to
shares and-
fucking say when I hear something like that is be like, yeah, your one bottle that you buy is gonna really make that big of a fucking difference.
Mhm.
Like, come on, like you're just like you said, you're looking for attention when you're making the. Okay, cool. Don't buy it anymore. You don't need to fucking blast it. You don't need to say anything about it. Cool, that's it. Or I don't like it. Great.
well, there was the page got a DM from a young woman who was, and she sent it. She said, "Thank you for bringing attention to this. My dad snuck alcohol my whole life, and it really ruined our relationship and kind of messed me up. And things like this remind me of that. And then thank you for bringing awareness to this, and hopefully they. So
It's how you take it.
yeah."
Because the common denominator that's the toxin is the alcohol, not the orange juice.
no,
But they're trying to cancel
It's not even
Tropicana.
the alcohol; it's the person. If you really want to get down
No,
to
it's the alcohol.
The,
Because that's the common
the
denominator.
problem with the ad was the alcohol. Is what I said.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
to take them a moment.
Yeah.
It's the mimosa.
Is the champagne shown in the
Yeah,
ad?
Of course.
Oh,
But they
okay.
don't. Where's the outrage for the actual?
And who's
the being
brand,
outraged-
And who's the brand of champagne that they're showing?
It was they had
That-
the-
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
Exactly. So-
That's the problem.
Uh-huh.
That's the problem. That's the same way how Black Lives Matter got hijacked by
You know what? Me and my mother were just talking about that the other day.
Latinx,
Do you
by
hear about that anymore?
pop culture. Of course, you always care about it
No,
What do
I'm
you
saying
hear about is what
BLM.
you're
Like
saying.
you don't hear about it that much anymore. Like all of a sudden it's
because what are you gonna do? You're not gonna change. The people that they're trying to change aren't going to change.
Uh-huh.
So they're going to keep doing what they've been doing, which is not to do it for attention, but using the moment for attention when it presents itself.
Right.
Whenever
And that-
whenever
yeah.
there's a high profile killing, that's when it comes. So George Floyd was the last one, and then there was another one, and then another. And then those names. Talking about the champagne, those people's names get drowned out because unless you're like Breonna Taylor or it sticks, right?
Well,
But
kind
there's-
of like all those white people in Portland that are yelling at black people, Black Lives Matter
Yeah.
in the streets.
yeah.
Still,
Uh-huh.
So there are people that will hijack it for attention because
Correct.
that's currency now.
Yep. Oh, absolutely it is.
So and people literally
more
get
likes
paid for
gets you-
doing that.
literally,
So-
you get paid for more likes, more ads, more whatever. It's fucking disgusting. Here
and there
we
has
are
to be accountability on both sides.
There-
So, so it's
absolutely.
good. So it's good that Tropicana reacted the way it did. It acknowledged the problem and it just took the L. It removed all of the marketing. You know, it did the responsible. That's a responsible response.
Absolutely.
Not saying simply orange forever or being petty and it's
right.
that because if you do if you spend your energy doing that, you're not spending it trying to focus on the issue that you had in the first place.
True.
It turns into a me thing,
Mhm.
and I can't follow that. And then I'm frowning upon it's a cycle. It's a cycle of unfortunate. It's a cycle of disappointment.
I was actually going to stop by a store and get us little mini bottles of Tropicana orange juice, just to
You should have, dude.
Well, I was running late and I had to eat.
I just remember
I thought you had to
drinking.
poop.
Huh?
Demis, read that text.
No.
He destroyed the bathroom.
Yeah.
He probably used the plunger I bought.
No, sir.
Oh, you said it came out clean.
Clean.
That's right. That's right. That's the
That was all that good old fiber just helping me out.
that's the way you want it.
Yeah, it's my body's a machine.
No, but I was just thinking about the different angles of this, right? And I'm thinking, okay, why mimosas? Because
Yeah.
if I'm gonna drink a mimosa, that level of citric acid, even if it's made hard,
Fucks you
it's gonna
up.
fuck up my belly, and I'm not gonna have a good fucking time. I'll be drunk, and then I'll have a stomach ache,
Not only that.
a sour stomach. Like
When,
that's not
when you
good.
think mimosa, what time of the day do you think?
Brunch.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
not
yeah.
having
Again,
a moment.
Again, it's while the kids are napping. It's
yeah,
while
that-
they're watching their shows. Again, it's targeted. It's targeted at that moment. It's
no.
a moment.
Right, no, I get it, but the way you guys were saying this, I mean, granted, I haven't seen the ad, but the way you guys are describing it, it's like,
No,
I
it
can
wasn't
have a
like-
moment, anytime, anywhere, and it's like,
Again, it's the people who get a hold of it and then project themselves into the situation, and then it becomes about that narrative.
true.
Which I was telling in the text. I was like, how is that different from the kneeling or standing for the flag? Because Colin Kaepernick went out of his fucking way to say this is specifically what it's about. I spoke with a respected veteran, and he said, we agreed this is how I should do it.
Yep.
I did it.
No, I know
I did
that.
it.
No, I
I
read
did
it.
it peacefully,
Yeah,
and
no,
I
he
did
did it
it
the right way.
silently.
Yep.
He did everything right, and what happened? His career got destroyed. They colluded against him. They were so mad.
Mm-hmm.
It's that cancel culture, dude. So I'm asking. The logical thing is, where's the parallel? How is this different than that? Because it was never about the military. It was never about. It was about police
Like
brutality.
you said.
But
the
people
person-
grab a hold of it,
and they'll insert their own
so
narrative.
that's why the
into it.
NFL rode the wave. And they
Right.
were like, no patriotism, blah, blah, blah. And that turned into what it is. So this is more of that same energy, and it's a cycle of disappointment. Why do that? Why are you not? And meanwhile, Kaepernick is fucking. He's he linked up with Ben and Jerry's. He has his own flavor, and they're matching. Half of the proceeds go to Black Lives Matter and underprivileged. Yeah, he's still doing things. This is after donating $1 million of his own dollars to the program that spreads the wealth to the communities
I got
that are
so much
again
respect for
on the
people that do
low,
that shit,
on
dude.
the low.
Yeah, not out fucking boasting about it.
And
saying, hey,
so
look
many
what I'm
people have
doing.
said so many vile things about that dude. That
I never had any issues with
again,
him.
he's dropped that they Tropicana at him.
Huh.
But again, it carries their argument has merit. It's just about how you use the energy of the momentum that you created. Because Martha made noise, enough noise. Gabrielle Union, it was one of the spokesperson in this ad package, right?
Uh-huh.
Like they paid celebrities. There was money spent on this.
Right. Oh, hell yeah. There
Yeah.
was.
And they were giving shit away. So there was a collab done with Fridge Maker and blah, blah, blah. And, one, again, like he said, one was for the bathroom. One was in the garage for the guys. One was. And so there was specificity. But whoever got a hold of it and carried the momentum, they canceled it. And not even the alcohol. You don't even know what the brand of champagne was in the ad.
No.
Well,
That's
They didn't show the label. It was just
That's
That
what's
is
funny to me.
hilarious.
That's what's funny to me.
it's hilarious.
Is that they're not
The
gonna-
hypocrisy in that. You're not you're mad at being mad. For the sake of being mad, not the reason why. Man, it's a waste. They have a point. I agree with the premise. The execution is
So how did Marta get involved in this?
she
You
saw
heard
it.
about it,
Oh
or
no,
she saw it?
she saw it and was saying, "Hey, this is irresponsible because of this," and laid out all the reasons of why and signs of alcoholism and promoting drinking alone and hiding your alcohol and why that leads to other bad things and stuff like that. So I was like, "Yeah, I agree." So I shared some of her stuff and screenshotted and did my own thing and really, honestly, the only reason why I tagged Ryan in that story in the first place was just to be like, "Hey, we're doing this. I'm doing this on the page."
Right.
I wasn't necessarily expecting him to share it, but it was more of just like, "Hey, being as we use your studio, I may be stepping in."
and I consider it irresponsible on my end if I don't say anything. Just know that moving forward.
Okay.
So if there's anything that's that could be construed as and again, now we know when this conversation comes in again, or we're going to use this as a baseline for a future conversation,
Correct.
right? So there's going to be good that comes out of it.
Right.
It's just that it feels uncomfortable because of the sloppiness of how it was done
Yeah.
and the issue that it is.
Well, it's the exact same thing that happened when King Clean about me fucking up. Us, and how uncomfortable that was for me.
Yeah.
When you
I
were
love you,
upset with
man.
me, it's like-
Silence.
yeah, it's like.
But it was a good moment.
But it was
a good
we
moment,
learned from it,
and
you
we
know,
talk
like you
about it
said.
to this day.
Correct.
Right? So it's an
So,
L all around, but when you lose, you learn. You don't have the opportunity to learn like this if you win. If people didn't know, because you're just confirming what you already know. You learn from your loss because you have to change.
you do learn from your loss. I'm not disagreeing with you on that, but I believe that you can learn from your wins too.
You're just affirming what you tried. It is a confirmation. That's like making an album and getting an award for it.
But that's like also saying a football team winning, but not having to watch the tape for the next week because we know we already won because we're affirming
Well, that's
everything that we've
lazy.
done.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No, I'm saying that like, you
Because
can
every
learn from
football team
winning.
isn't, you don't play the same team every week. So
No,
that
but
doesn't really work.
You're still using the same plays, so a lot of the times against the same.
I mean,
or
you have a
different
playbook,
teams.
yes.
True.
But
I'm just-
different teams, weather, wind.
Win or lose, you're gonna learn something. Let's just say that. What was your response on your end
What do you mean?
in social media?
Like, what did I do?
No. What was the response once you posted this? Like, did you receive? Because I know that he responded because you tagged him in it, but
Yeah, and
did you
then-
receive any other responses or?
Well, I told you I got that. We got
The
the DM from that lady who was explained. This is what happened in my life, and I appreciate you for speaking out against that. Okay, thank you. And it was a bunch of former guests from the show liked it, just liked the post. We didn't get any comments on the
Okay.
pictures I posted or anything. I shared a screenshot from the interview Martha did with Page Six. I mean, if we're talking analytics wise and views to our Instagram page, it was about the same from about everything we post. I mean, my whole thing when it comes to this show, especially on the sobriety side of the house, I'm not trying to be abrasive. I'm trying to bring folks in, let them know that it's okay for you to be here.
Right.
It's all good. But I also want to let the people know that we do bring in, and it's like, hey, when we see stuff that may hurt somebody, I think it's part of our responsibility too to say something about it.
Well, it's like when the whole shit went down with Floyd, and we
Yeah.
use the example of you putting the
Yeah.
force on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think that we are the end all beat all authority of things. I think there's a lot of stuff that we're ignorant about, but we do our best to not be. But in my opinion, that was a straight up cut and dry, hey, drinking alone only leads to bad things. Maybe don't do that. You know, like,
Yeah.
you know, hiding your alcohol so you can go drink it when no one's watching, that leads to bad things. There is piles of examples of why that's not good. You know, that leads to, you know,
But even when they're talking about like going in the closet, it's a white, well kept, very nicely spaced. It's not like it's not the closet in a double wide. Where if that pattern of behavior leads to that kind of lifestyle, right? Where you're living in that. So
My place is the bathroom. That's where I did all my shit. That's where
well,
I did my drugs.
if you
the
go
drinking.
to,
but it wasn't like fancy.
No, the reason why I did
You did it where you could
well,
because it was
for-
quiet.
No, it was for practicality.
Exactly.
Because if I'm in my closet, people are gonna be like, "Why has Paul been in his closet for so long?" Now, if I'm in the fucking toilet,
he's
Paul's
taking
been
a
taking
shit.
a shit for a while. It was all
Again, you learn from a loss.
exactly.
well, see, and then there's people that like, when
But
you-
again, if you would have gotten away with it the first time, you wouldn't have had to worry about finding somewhere else, right? Because
True.
you would have done it again.
True, yeah,
Well, see,
that's
I
my
kept doing-
point.
when you- when you-
That's my point.
espe-
I gotcha.
like
That's it.
when you go into an addict's house,
No hyperbole, man. I'm not saying I'm not fucking. I know I'm a wizard, but it's not all rosy, man.
when you go into an addict's home and you're suspecting that they're cheating on their program that they're in, what is one of the main places you check? Like one of the first places you check where you think they're hiding shit?
Me is under
Fridge?
the bed.
Toilet bowl.
Toilet bowl
okay.
too.
You know what I mean? Like,
Hiding. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
like when they're hiding
Where you
stuff, like,
find
you know, there might be a spot up in the closet where they keep a,
Closet underneath
Closet.
the sink.
you know,
Ceiling
in
tile.
a shoe box
Yeah.
that, you know, next to their other shoes that you wouldn't suspect, you know.
Right, but all that's very schemy. That's not.
Well,
take
it's-
them a moment.
Yeah, but see the whole thing with the fridge, and it was like make this fridge look like it's just a part of wherever you're at. That's schemy,
It's just camouflage, bro.
which is schemy. You're hiding shit.
That's what hunting is.
Yeah, but
It's
you're
just a
not.
tactic. It's not.
Yeah, it's a tactic, but like
It's not like a kid in a van. It's not like a guy in a van playing ice cream music, trying to get kids to get inside. It's not that targeted with that intention. They're not trying to fuck someone's life up. They're just saying take a moment.
no. I understand they weren't trying to fuck someone's life up, but that kind of behavior leads to you fucking your life up.
No,
and
dude.
it does.
No.
When you're doing that with alcohol and things, it does.
That's one of a plethora, a spectrum of examples. That's not like even, I wouldn't even consider that. If you, okay, go scale with 0 to 10. 0 being nothing burger, 10 being DEFCON 1. Where does this lie?
Did you just say nothing burger?
Nothing burger. Isn't that a phrase?
Yeah,
You say
Okay.
I hear a burger?
Yeah.
Like you
Come on,
eat-
man. What's
yeah.
going
It's a
on?
big old nothing burger. It's,
Never heard that
Okay.
before in my entire
0
life.
to 10. Again,
Sorry.
how serious was it? How serious is a moment? 3, 4?
For me, it's a 0.
A 0.
That's
Thank
just,
you.
That's
And you're
just for me.
and you're a
though.
recovering addict.
That's just
for
for
you,
me.
it's a 0.
yeah. See, but that's for him.
For
That's
me.
For somebody else, that's a 10.
Never had a substance abuse problem. Still a 0. We have that common bond, and we come from opposite ends of the
But like
spectrum.
you said, though, there's plenty of people out there where that could be a trigger.
Could. It's a hypo.
and then
it's
it
hypothetical.
and then it doesn't turn into moments. It turns into screw moments.
They're not highlighting a cautionary tale. They are highlighting.
Well, of course not. They're not going to advertise.
But that's what the
those-
response is. The response is that it's a cautionary tale because it's a slippery slope.
Again,
again,
like
the
you-
energy isn't. It's not even. It doesn't. In my opinion, it doesn't deserve that level of. Again, the energy off of it is only drinking this brand now. Oh, let's do this. And they don't know the name of the alcohol. Like, it's
Me personally, I don't have an issue with
You're
that.
spending energy to
With
to
that
bring
commercial?
attention to it, but you don't even know the details.
No,
It's sloppy.
Well, see, the name of the alcohol doesn't matter.
Alcohol, if it was just
it's-
orange juice, it wouldn't matter at all.
Or make an orange juice campaign.
That's not appealing. That's not going to
Tropicana's
sell anything.
Tropicana's delicious.
A half-naked model eating a cheeseburger on a brand new car makes no sense at all.
Carl's Jr.
Sells hamburgers,
Yep, I know.
right? Is misogynistic, is all of these things layered, right? Where's the response for
Well,
that?
it's like having cigarette ads at fucking below the countertop so kids can fucking see it when you're going up to the gas station.
selling
There's-
candy cigarettes is
or candy
irresponsible.
cigarettes too.
Why would you pretend like they can fucking again?
Do they even sell those anymore?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why is there energies at Tropicana? It's
I personally don't get it. I really don't.
if they had
But
said
that's
all
just
of
me.
this at the liquor company and then they tagged Tropicana like you were part of this too. They
Yeah,
weren't
if
the
it was
main-
a
they're not the main
champagne
character.
and then the fucking Tropicana was being brought into it,
yeah,
I can
they're
understand it.
the champagne is the star. You're talking about fucking the orange juice is Robin.
But then again, like I'm gonna play a devil's advocate again. And fuck, dude, with anything in life, anything can be a
Yeah,
fucking
you can
trigger
all
for
lives
anybody.
matter everything. And
Anything can be a trigger.
that's why it has merit. It deserves a conversation. It doesn't deserve a page 6 article.
Like me spilling
It
that
doesn't
drink,
deserve
that
cancel
caused
culture.
a trigger for me.
Do what?
That me spilling that drink caused a trigger for me.
You bringing drinks in here after
Causes a
spilling
trigger for
them
you.
beforehand makes me swallow my pride every time before you have another accident. So hopefully you won't bring any more drinks in here and we'll be cool. But again, I have to wait for that to happen because you keep making the same mistake. And as your friend, I want you to get over that, but my carpet suffers. My carpet suffering is worth you getting over it.
When did I spill a drink any other time?
Come on, man. Let's not do that.
Well, you spilt all your ice last week.
Last week.
That was ice,
God damn it, Paul.
and that was water
Around a bunch
inside.
of electronic equipment.
True.
After I asked you to only do it on the side, you put it on the table, and then you took the cap off, so it was easier for you to drink and make a mess. And then you proceeded to make a mess.
Like,
So again, it's the process.
he did,
It's
he
your
did say
choice.
if you're drinking something, make sure it has a lid that you can
Lid,
close.
Yep, yeah, he did.
And I have a table right there. You can that's why it was there, so that way you can set it on the side. But you still managed to make a mess. So now I'm gonna get a hamster, whatever
No.
those hamster feeders are, and I'm gonna just set it on the side, and then you can just lean over. I don't want you to be parched, man. I just don't want you to fuck up my shit. You got a bad track record, bro.
I do. Hey,
I'm not
no,
picking
you're
on
not.
you. I'm not
You're
trying to pick on you. I'm
you're
just stating facts.
dude. That's it. I get it. I'm a man. I can accept it.
And I can laugh about it because I know it's not that serious. But it's worth having a discussion, just like Tropicana. But I'm not going to cancel you, Paul.
Full circle.
I'm not going to cancel you, bro.
Thank you.
I'm not going to only do. I'm not only Team Jake now. I'm still Team Paul too.
Sweet.
Before we move on from that, I in no way, again, wanted to cancel Tropicana. I just wanted to bring awareness to it because it does lead to bigger deals. It may not be a big deal to some or even most, but even the repercussions to the ones that it will affect, it's a real big deal because it is a definite doorway to a very, very slippery slope. But I respect you, gentlemen, and I understand where you're both coming from. The only reason why I said anything was because I truly believe something needed to be said about it.
And I respect you for even. Obviously, it got enough attention because look what happened to that. So there's obviously enough people out there that was like, "Yo, dude, this shit's fucking me up. We need you to not air this anymore."
Does Tropicana have? Are they publicly traded?
I believe so.
I
Yeah.
want to see if they
No.
lost.
You guys are the fucking stock people. I don't know.
I'm not a
shit.
stock person.
Thought you had stock.
I have stock in me. That's it.
Always increasing in value.
Always. Even when I take a loss, I learn.
Yeah, TPCA. That's Tropicana Entertainment.
That's a casino, right?
Yep. But yeah.
Oh, is that not a conflict of interest? What's going on?
Are they the same company?
Tropicana OJ stock. There we go. You guys can carry on.
They're not the same company, are they? Tropicana.
Yeah, TOJ is Tropicana juice. There you go.
OJ.
Orange juice is 171.50.
I don't even know what that
Shit.
means.
You talking about the price?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they're that means their stocks worth some weight. If you would have bought in when it was, just traded at, $5 and you had
Pepsi. It's a Pepsi brand. That's
Yeah.
why it won't show up.
Yeah,
So are
and-
they canceling Pepsi? Did they go up the chain or did they stop at again? How much merit?
Pepsi's got its own shit it's deals with all the
fuck,
time.
the Kylie Jenner. This is another one of their thing. Remember when Kylie was going to stop police brutality by handing them a Pepsi?
That commercial was hilarious though.
Yep.
Well,
This
Yeah.
is another slippery
Didn't-
slope.
never even heard
There you
about
go.
that.
Oh, man.
So there it is. There it is. Martha
What
and
is that?
everyone else, this is why it deserves the weight you gave it, is because they're habitual line steppers. And when it comes to habitual line steppers,
Paul.
they deserve a conversation.
Hey, I'm not denying the fact. I've
There
always,
it is. There's the full
I've
circle. I'm
always
all
been
about
a
it now.
boundary crosser.
We need the audio drop of Charlie Murphy talking. He's a line stepper, habitual line stepper.
Habitual line stepper, man. It's Pepsi. Pepsi owns Tropicana. Tropicana's marketing team.
So what with Kylie Jenner? She did what?
She.
So
God damn.
it was like a protest commercial, and like it was showing people obviously yelling at police, but Kylie Jenner calmly walks up to a police officer and hands him a Pepsi, and suddenly the world's
Everybody
a better
starts
place.
cheering. Yeah, dude. She got railed. She got ran through the coals for that one. Like it was. But she still makes money hand over fist.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was
they're
it-
worth
what
$1
did
billion
they-
fucking dollars,
Right,
dude.
Didn't they say this year she made $250 million just
yeah.
her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
she
again-
is worth $1 billion.
Did
No,
did
they-
people cancel
like-
Pepsi?
No,
Pepsi's still around.
they're gonna be around.
Yeah. Tropicana's gonna be fine.
Yeah, they're gonna be just fine.
They're gonna say
No,
okay.
and I said too, like
bad.
on our Twitter page, I was like, hey, but I do want to thank Tropicana for being proactive in this and taking down the ad campaign. Like we're talking about it, but like,
They
hey,
could have had that. They could have had that MAGA energy and just push back for the sake of pushing back.
yeah, they could have said,
Right.
fuck,
Well, no,
they could have said,
absolutely.
fuck
Like,
you,
that
we're a multi-billion-dollar
Yeah.
company, but instead they were like, you know what, maybe these people are right. Okay, our bad.
They literally could have came out and said, "Fuck your problems," like, and they chose not to. That's another reason why you shouldn't cancel. You should just say
Which means they are they crossed the line, but
Yeah.
they took the responsibility for it.
they made a mistake.
So yeah, there will be Tropicana orange juice in our house.
So there's a level. There's a certain level that
Yeah.
it deserves merit.
Yeah.
We reached it. We agreed upon that, and then other people took advantage of it.
Yeah, there was definitely some people that were like, "Give me my attention, please."
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna find that reason in any situation like that.
but you gotta think about it though. So the Sober Swole Pod in and of itself is a brand. So anything that is done from a Sober Swole podcast handle is a. Can look at our page.
Yeah.
So even
That's why when you attach my name to something that has that level of energy to it, I make it a point to let you know where I stand. I don't try to start fights. I don't try to make you feel bad. I don't try to change your opinion. I say, here's why I disagree. That's it. And we converse. We iron it out. We laugh. We chuckle. We find stories that parallel. We talk about Kylie Jenner again for no reason. And we move on. Like, it's all good. But unless we have these uncomfortable conversations,
I was gonna say you have to have that.
You have to.
You have to. I have to go pee. Speaking of having.
you don't have to tell everybody that, but please.
I have to be respectful.
well, enjoy releasing the urine.
Yes, enjoy that release, sir.
I was gonna say release the Kraken, but that's been stolen and ruined.
I saw a video of some cat who was like, I think I might have COVID, but I don't know. And I hate Kraken, so I'm pouring this shot of Kraken, and if I can't taste it, then that's it.
Oh,
And then he vomited on camera.
that shit's so gross. That shit is whoa.
Yeah,
That's-
you see that?
Yeah.
This, I'm ironing out some of the bugs,
Okay.
and so I'm just like playing with different things.
So,
over
and you were
over.
saying this is kind of like what the mobile studio setup's gonna be.
Yeah, so the one in there, we had everything set for a long time.
Yeah.
So there was no issue. Everything worked fine, except for a couple. You know, we would hit a cable now and then and it would act funny. But yeah, no, I'm just we are live. We are doing this in real time, and the 3 people watching this get to see us happen.
Just out of control.
And the 14 people who will watch it between now and this time next week
I don't
on
know.
YouTube, they'll get to enjoy it as well.
Might throw Tropicana in the title, and it might
Oh yeah, and the
might,
alt text.
might,
Yeah.
might pull some folks that are looking for juice commercial.
No, that'll get me some fucking. That'll put me on the shit list. I think
Why's that?
I'll be on the cancel culture shit list. 'Cause
Huh?
I'm not siding with shitting on Tropicana, and people in that energy when you see that and you point it out, that gives some people the motivation to be, again, irresponsible in their response.
Well, I think the attention
But it happens.
needed to be
Oh,
brought.
well.
But no matter what you do, you're gonna have shit bags attached to it that are like,
Yep.
you know,
Oh, I had a couple.
mimosas make me slam heroin. You know,
I had a
like,
couple
oh,
of
oh.
undercover agents try and befriend me this week.
Oh yeah,
I see that's trending right now.
What does that mean?
On,
Undercover agent.
There's a lot of right-wing women
yeah.
and girlfriends who are befriending people that post provocative things and then using it to get on their private page so they can blackmail them or set them up to get fucked with.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Well, you made it, buddy. You did it.
What do you mean?
Like you're able to be.
Oh, that's because I block them all. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. If I don't know somebody and they friend me at this point, if I haven't had an interaction with you, or you don't follow someone that I do that had a conversation and said, "Hey, this person might reach out to you," I don't accept it.
Too many weirdos out
There's
there.
too many
man.
people that'll take advantage of that shit.
On my personal page, I get a lot of we can help your account gain
Yeah.
10,000 followers,
Yeah.
and I'm like, no.
Yeah, all the bots. All the bots.
You know
Jerking you off.
the accounts being like, we can get you up to 100,000 followers, and they're like have 1 follower, and it's usually the main bot account. No, thank you.
It sounds like a win-win situation
For who?
for everybody.
For whoever the manufacturer is of
Yeah,
those robocalls.
The guy in Nigeria that's just
And
like,
I was
thanks
gonna
for
say
your money.
Russia, but
Yeah, yeah.
Nigeria too.
Those farms that you see,
Yep.
those rooms just full of cell phones.
We can get you 1,000 likes right now. Are they gonna be from the United States? No. Are they is it gonna do anything for you? No. Any actual interaction to help with the algorithm? Not at all.
Nope.
You know what that sounds like? Sounds like Mission Impossible.
Hey,
Segway.
shout out to Tom fucking Cruise. Can you play that audio?
Man, you didn't tell me to prep this shit.
Well,
Come
no,
on now.
I was just wondering. Like,
What?
I can
Tom
look for
Cruise
it. Yeah,
do?
yeah. I'll look for it.
let me see.
What do you do?
Tom Cruise went ham on his staff for the production of Mission Impossible 7, I guess, or whatever the next one is.
They're still making those?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
but
making
he's,
it-
like, running the
they're
whole
making it-
show.
Yeah, he's doing it all on his own bill, I guess. So he has someone who's been breaking COVID protocol, and so he went off, yelling at them, berating them, talking about how
Like more of an episode that he did on Oprah?
yeah. Oh, I found it. Let me see if I can.
Wow.
Da, 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 da.
Is it a video or audio?
It's audio.
Bluetooth. How do we do this?
And how long ago was this?
This happened today or yesterday.
Yesterday, I think.
Jesus, already out there on the web.
Yeah, but like,
What?
I just
Oh shit! I think I got it. Oh, that's my first story. It's about to. Can you hear anything?
mm-mm.
No. Just me drinking.
Oh, wrong channel.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
You're
That too
back
loud?
here in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing. I'm on the phone with every
Now remember, this
studio
is Tom
at
Cruise,
insurance
international
companies,
movie superstar.
producers.
Probably pays
They're looking
writes
at
your
us
checks
and
personally.
using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs, you I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone. And anyone on this crew does it. That's it. And you too, and you too, and you. Don't you ever do it again. That's it. No apologies. You can tell it to the people that are losing their homes because our industry is shut down.
Anyway, that goes on for another minute and a half. Just him going off.
What protocol was broken?
It didn't
People
say.
not wearing masks.
Don't wear a mask.
Yeah, I mean, simple. It's the simple stuff that you're supposed to just do. And people are pushing back for reasons X, Y, and Z. And he didn't like it because all it takes is one person getting sick and then the whole production has to shut down.
You also have to think of where they're doing it. It's most likely in California. 'Cause it's
Oh,
the
man.
only
What
thing
the
that's been
fuck
open.
is going on in California right now, man?
Bro, it is
The
gnarly.
numbers are ridiculous. 400 people died today, yesterday, something like that. Schist, just in Cali.
But you know what I mean? So one, the governor was like, here's like the strictest rules ever. The only thing that can be open right now is movie production,
No.
right?
Strip clubs are still open.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
But
strip clubs are still open. That's okay to go to. Yeah.
You can definitely socially distant at a strip club.
for
That's
sure.
What, that's what girls do to weird guys all the time anyway,
True.
right?
But so
Now do they dance through plexiglass? How's it work? You remember all the Madonna videos from like the 90s?
Oh,
where they
yeah.
were like little burlesque dancers, or they were, they were in the little peep show rooms.
Uh-huh.
Well, I bring that back.
Makes me think of Boondock Saints.
Yep.
Anywho,
I mean, OnlyFans, you don't need to go anywhere. You got OnlyFans, right?
what a time to be alive. But
free porn, man.
so that's
Wait, you're not on social media, but you watch OnlyFans?
No, free porn.
Okay.
OnlyFans you have to pay for, man. So much free
Is
shit
that
out
is
there.
that like
dude.
Patreon? Everybody's paid only?
What?
yeah, well, yeah,
subs
yeah.
and all that
Patreon,
stuff.
you sign up for like a monthly subscription fee. I'm on the Danhausen and Warhorse Patreon because they do some pretty cool stuff on there, and I like supporting independent wrestlers. Anyway, so once again, you have to think of all the lockdowns that are in California.
True.
On top of being as that's the main source of income going out of California right now. If that gets fucked up on top of this multi-million-dollar movie that's being made, and it shuts it down, like that's why he lost his mind, because at this point Mission Impossible is basically what Tom Cruise does. You know what I mean? Because he does a lot of his own stunts, and he's
Right.
he's in charge with the writing, and
Yeah, he's losing like 4 checks.
yeah.
He's getting paid as an executive producer, all of that.
Yep. So
Also for award season.
yep, and he's also, and then he was not wrong. He was like, look, no one has jobs. Like if you get this production shut down, you are not fucking just me. You're fucking everyone that's getting a paycheck right now.
My mother told me there's a large, wow, redundant. There's a class action lawsuit from the Los Angeles County restaurant. I don't know if it's a union or not, but it's a class action suit with all the LA County restaurants. Fuck you, man. Can't even eat outdoors anymore out there.
Right. So you had all these restaurant owners who are already losing money, pay a bunch of money to make their establishments, more social distance and have their outside dining to where
Yep.
everything was in compliance with the science, and then they said nah. Even the rules were like wear your mask in between bites, shit,
Oh yeah.
and then
Did you hear about that? So my coworker told me that his sister told him that they changed the distance. It's no longer 6 feet; it's now 3 feet.
I heard 10 recently.
You're 10.
I have not heard any of that. But
I didn't look into it. I just got told that today. I was just curious if you guys heard anything about it.
I know you can be pretty close to people if you have a mask on. So maybe that's where the 3 feet comes in.
Maybe, I don't know.
Ooh. I think,
By the way, I'm not going to California anytime soon.
listen, at the end of the day, I'm at home all day, unless I have to go somewhere, and then I'm masked up.
I'm at
That's-
so in our office we have to be masked up the second we leave our desk.
On a scale of 0 to 10, how serious is wearing a mask to you? Like how inconvenient is it? 0 being not a big deal, being a nothing burger.
Yeah.
10 being DEFCON 1. How serious is it to you?
For me, I would say a 6 or a 7,
Okay.
but only because I'm asthmatic and I know what I'm breathing in right now is fucking bad for my lungs.
Where's the stats?
What?
The stats for that.
That I'm breathing in carbon dioxide?
What's the? Is it worse than getting COVID?
You're not asking me that. You're just asking me what's my feeling on wearing a mask. And I'm
No,
telling
no.
you
But
my-
that's what people do to marginalize COVID. Is they say, oh, well,
I'm not marginalizing COVID at all. I'm speaking from my own personal experience. I don't like wearing a mask because I don't like breathing in carbon
I understand
dioxide.
that. I'm asking you, what's the odds? Like, is it 1 in 100 that what you're breathing in is going to hurt you? 1 in 1,000?
I don't know.
Again, but
We'll
you-
get those studies in 15, 20 years
but that
from
was
now.
your parallel. So
But
I'm asking
so-
you for specificity. That's all.
So I'll breathe in. I'll breathe in, but I'll bring up. So, are you still exercising?
No.
At all? Okay. So when you do and you're out of breath, what is happening in your body?
You're expelling carbon dioxide and your body's trying to breathe in
No. Why are you breathing so hard?
because you're out of breath, because you're out of oxygen.
Okay. So what's the difference?
And what?
We're not wearing, honestly, the masks that all of us are wearing aren't ridiculously thick. So
That's the point.
it's,
As a pathogen, it's not very effective.
yeah.
It can be easily defeated. That's the point. We don't want to have to wear fucking Halo masks. I don't.
Or
Fucking mop suits.
No,
Yeah.
no. What the fuck? I just when I went to Decorn and had my mask test, the fuck they're called? They're M5s or I keep thinking of a gun when I think of M5 now. But anyway, there's it's an oxygenated mask that you have to wear when you're working on the oil field.
I'm supposed to wear wet masks working in the oil field?
Yeah, but that's because of the oil, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's because of the fumes that
Yeah.
are in the air.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I fucking hate wearing a mask. I don't like being told what to do. Let's just if you
There it
wanna
is.
So,
There it
so
is.
hey,
Down to
all-
and that's fine.
Okay.
And I'll bring up the same thing that I said. I am pro you living your life however you want to live it. I don't like wearing masks, but it's not a big deal. If I'm going to utilize a private business and the private business says, wear this mask to come inside, okay. Once again, still no skin off my balls.
Yeah, that's how I'll
Like-
wear a mask going to the store. Do I want to? No, but I do it because I don't want to cause an issue. Nor do I, because I know there's other
but-
people out there that do believe that, hey, if I see someone without a mask on, I'm gonna fucking contract it. So I'm just courteous to all that. In the very beginning, I wasn't. I was like, fuck you all, man. But I'm gonna live my own life the way I want to do it. But that's being selfish. It's being rude. It's being inconsiderate. And so I decided to make a change, a shift in mind that, you know what, if someone wants me to wear a mask, cool, I'll wear a mask.
Right, but see, like I really don't think the carbon dioxide issue is an issue because you've exercised your whole life. When you've put your body in an oxygen deficit for most of your life, wearing a mask for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours once
I'm
a week.
not talking about me. I'm talking about
Well,
mark my
no,
words.
but he was talking about you.
Right. And I'm saying though, mark my words though, in 10 to 15 years, there will be fucking studies showing lung deficiency issues, breathing problems within the younger generation of people that are having to wear their masks 8 hours a fucking day. Guaranteed.
And where were those numbers compared to the smog that we breathe in on a daily basis, or cigarette smoke that still secondhand still kills
Arizona
people?
really doesn't have smog.
Truck exhaust,
What?
diesel exhaust.
I'm from California,
Hey,
bro.
hey.
That's smog.
Okay,
You want to know why Arizona sunsets are so awesome?
Yeah, it's because all the fucking gas is in the air.
Pollution.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm not,
yeah, Paul. We're
mean-
breathing in bullshit.
We're not measuring dicks here. We're just there's no trauma ranking. It's just saying it's not clear here because you can look out at specific times of the day and you can't even see the mountain range. It's just haze. That's not healthy. And then you go down in Queen Creek and where you're at in Santan or southeast
And you got Bubba the dipshit
Speaking
blowing-
of which,
with diesel,
rolling
and
diesel with his Trump
and-
flags.
with no muffler, and then you have all the pesticides from the agriculture everywhere.
true.
I mean, I do deliveries down there, and I'm just like, man, how do people breathe this every day? It smells. The odors
Oh, the odor's horrible.
is too much for me.
I grew up around farms.
I grew up in Indiana too.
You know, like
I know what manure smells like. Still don't want to do it by choice.
breathing in all that methane all the time can't be good for you. There's got to be some studies that come out in the next 10
Living
years.
under a power line
you
at the same time.
You know what I'm saying?
Same.
Wi-Fi, it's killing us all. 5G.
I'm not talking about any of that.
No, but like, I'm just comparing it to what you're saying. It's going to be so
How
finite.
measurable is
How
it?
measurable is it going to be?
Because if it's like it's like measuring rain out here. When people say, "Oh my God, it's raining," and they tell you that it was a half of an inch, and you laugh out loud because you've been in rainstorms in Cali. I've been in rainstorms in Indiana, where you did that in 30 minutes, and they do it all day, and they're just like, and people can't drive out here.
Unless your carbon dioxide levels are at near critical to critical for those however long you're wearing your mask, you're not fucking yourself up. Go take a jog. Ta-da! You fixed your lung capacity.
Yeah, but we're just not meant to breathe in our own fucking air on a consistent basis.
Okay, then we should never ever gather together in a building together ever again.
Again, there's air, though, that we're all breathing. I'm saying right here. This right here.
No, but like, do you get what I'm saying though?
I do.
So, never go to a concert again. Even
Never use a communal anything.
for what?
A
because
sink, a
because
toilet,
you have people.
none of that.
We have no human being on this earth, unless they have been strapped up to a straight up oxygen tank with no other air interference, has ever breathed in just oxygen. Our whole air, most of our air, is mostly carbon dioxide to begin with. Yes.
I don't know that.
Yeah, science. There's
I don't know that.
it's measurable.
I'm telling. We're not doing anything to fuck us up. We're not. And if the people
Again,
that,
and
and if the
that's
people,
your
if the
opinion.
no,
No, it's not.
this is
That's science
Time-tested
now. You're
science.
talking about science 10 to 15 years.
the
where
pe-
you're going to have other things that are going to be more detrimental to your body simply by aging than whatever you're talking about right now. Because
Again, your opinion.
because no, it's not an opinion, bro. Because
Sure
there's
it is.
science you can look up, and it's boring, and you don't want to look it up, but it's there. The evidence is there. There are people who you wear this, like me, 10, 12, 14 hours a day, and you can measure your oxygen level, and it doesn't risk it. It barely does anything to it. That is proven. It's been shown. People choose not to believe it because they say, oh, if you wear a mask, you're a sheep. And then that narrative spins off into what it does.
Right.
And so it turns into a pride issue and an ego issue. It's not about a pride
Again,
or
I
an ego
could say
thing.
though those scientists are fucking making up those numbers.
That's an opinion right there.
also
There you go.
also most
There's
of,
your opinion.
also most of the gas we breathe in is nitrogen. I apologize for that ignorance.
Good call, Paul. I don't know if you're into nitrogen, but you call it.
According to this science website I was just on.
Again, the first science website that you pop up.
Is it accredited by the Better Business Bureau?
Oh, well, you want me
Do
to
they have
you,
5
you,
stars
you,
on
want, you want me
Google
to find a peer-reviewed article?
Did Karen from Wisconsin approve?
Do you want me to find a peer-reviewed article?
I don't know.
You can all lives matter anything,
Do
man.
you say a peer reviewed?
Mm-hmm.
Anything.
You can. You really can.
We do. We do it out of sport.
Yep.
Being petty.
Right. So go back to you living out in Santan. Before I
Okay.
forget. I ran into Jerome today, who hadn't seen it in probably 6 months. Security guard, black guy. Says he lives right around the corner from you.
Oh.
Says he sees you at the gas station all the time, the grocery store.
You don't
Oh
think-
yeah. Yeah.
Told me to tell you, say hi.
Oh hey. Yeah, I'll probably see him at the Circle K.
Yeah, that's what he said. The Circle K.
Just
that's what he sees.
and just say, "Hey man,
Is that Dez's Jeremy?
No, Jerome.
Jerome?
He's
Wait,
security.
Jeremy? Yeah,
he's the head security guard there at MUFG.
Yeah, and you're talking about it's not Jeremy, it's Jeremy.
Yikes. My apologies.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's merit. He's called a certain way. He's pronounced a certain way. That's important. I didn't do it on. It wasn't an attack.
It's just like
Don't drop a can on me, please.
Oh God, what? Oh, there's a movie I was watching. What to expect when you're expecting, and there's like this crew.
Why?
Because there's this crew.
Oh, you guys are baby crazy. That's right. Never.
There's this crew of dads, right? They do their weekly walk, and one of the dads has a son, and his son's name is Henry, and all the guys that's what they call him. But around his wife, he can't say the name Henry. It's Hanra. That's how she wants to have it pronounced. It's like all the shit talking amongst the buddies. It's fucking Henry, man. You have to watch it, I guess. Cool story, bro.
Sorry, I'm reading this abstract.
What's an abstract?
It's basically the summary of a study before you actually read the study.
Yeah, the only abstract that I know of is to get an abstract from the court to get your license back.
You know, I'm gonna have to read that later because,
Because you're live streaming.
well, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm live streaming and
Because you're live streaming?
no, there's no way 3 grown men who generally are active human beings, just us here in this room, there's no way that wearing this mask, just you and me especially, because Ryan works a lot, he wears a mask a lot more than both of us do. There's no way we're not going to be A-okay. If you if you get your cardio back the way you want it, you're fine.
Now there is also that important variable is
Then I'm going to be dead
proper
from
use
cancer.
of the mask, right? So if people are not washing masks that need to be rewashed, or they're not properly washing them, that's going to add an extra degree of, to the study you're talking about.
Say you wear the same mask all the time. It's a cloth mask like this one, and you don't wash it.
Because there are most definitely dirty motherfuckers that will let that happen.
I am now risking the possibility of breathing in mold, and that'll kill you.
Mold? I didn't know that.
Yep.
I mean, just think if you take mold that you see like spores, and then you put them in a little bag, and then you just inhale them, probably not going to work out for your lungs.
Yeah.
It's a foreign
So
body.
mold's fucking
It's
man.
gnarly.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, there's probably gonna be a lot of that because people are dumb.
And that's going to be because of negligence, not because of the mask. Not
It's gonna be
the
because-
oxygen or the carbon dioxide.
Like
It'll be
people
because
eat
of
pods?
improper use.
It's going to be because Johnny McDipfuck was like, I ain't need to wash the whatever. I only got to wear this going inside places. My favorite thing in the world is, because I do patronize gas stations often, my favorite thing in the world is the guy that takes that big, long last drag off his cigarette and then blows his smoke through his mask as he's
Yes.
putting it on. I'm like, ah.
I had Whataburger last week sometime.
You mean the place where Jesus Christ gets his cheeseburgers?
And the onion smell that I had on my breath afterwards. Like, I went to the gas station immediately because I had my mask on when I went in there, took my mask off to eat, put it on, did a job, and was breathing heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, that'll knock me out before lack of oxygen because I'm just like, you can't
So
go
do you
anywhere.
think that smell can be...
Spell.
Can that smell be smelled? Just trying to make sure that sounded right. From others, you think? Like you're like
mean,
you're smelling that,
You
right?
know when people eat onions.
Right, but
not
I'm
a
saying like
mystery.
you're wearing a mask, so I'm saying, do you think that scent, like what you're smelling, other people are smelling on the outside?
Now you're talking about two different things, right? Because we're wearing the masks in order to stop spores, right? Spit.
I'm just asking a
What?
simple question.
Listen to me. Odor probably travels through things differently than physical water.
Right, no. I'm just asking
So-
simply, like, do you think it has no bearing on COVID or any of that? I'm just like, I'm wondering if you're at that house, you think that person was smelling it too?
Sure. If I was getting it front row, I mean, because they would have gotten it if I hadn't had a mask on, right? 'Cause
But
it would've-
no, that's the reason why I asked. Is because if you're not wearing a mask, that smells like dissipating a little bit more. I would
no,
think.
it's not. No, it's not.
I'm just
That's not how a fart works. If someone's right by you and they pass gas, you're gonna smell it
true.
if it smells, right?
True, I did that last night at the Des.
And then what happens once you're under the covers with somebody and they fart,
Ooh,
right?
yeah.
What happens
That's
then?
Narnar, bro.
Greenhouse, there's a different effect. So that's how my onions were. So they may have still gotten a waft, but again, I didn't make it to their house. The next house, I went to the gas station, got some gum. No way.
Jesus.
So yeah. Anyway,
Excuse me.
sorry for that tangent.
No, you're fine because Jesus Christ eats Whataburger. It's the Holy Burgers.
It is.
It's more holier than Chick-fil-A.
Yep,
Jake turned me on to them.
Whataburger's open every day.
that's right.
Chick-fil-A takes Sunday off, and
You
that's the
think-
Lord's Day, right?
No,
That's not more patriotic or whatever the word is.
Christian.
Loyal? Yeah,
Loyal.
whatever.
A loyal.
Whataburgers takes the cap.
Yeah, Whataburger wins because
What do they do?
what do they do?
I'm unaware. I just know that
What do they-
Chick-fil-A does not like the gays. Is
What do
that
they?
correct?
What do they? Yeah. They donate to a lot of anti. No, Whataburger just makes better fast food cheeseburgers than anywhere in the world.
Oh, so that's why they're holy?
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a
No,
religious
no,
tie.
has
Like,
nothing to do with actual religion.
Damn.
No,
that's
so-
just
You had
Jake's
a
take.
different,
So
completely different-
so
Jake's take.
if you've ever lived in Texas for a long period of time, that's a common saying, because my friend Dave, we had him on the show. And he was we were in the barracks and he was on a Texas rant. He stone cold looks me in the eye, dead serious, and he goes, "Hey Jake, do you know where Jesus Christ was born?" And I said, "Bethlehem." He goes, "That's right. Bethlehem, Texas.
God damn.
I can't be convinced otherwise." And you know what I mean? There are people born and raised from Texas that's it. Like I remember I was driving, I was doing a delivery somewhere, and I had to go more to East Texas to drop off a solar panel meter. And I drove through Venus, Texas. So I took a picture of the sign and I said, "God, how did Texas fit a whole planet in it?" And Dave goes, "'Cause it's the greatest nation in the United States."
That's that zip code, Cray.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like
you
it's
never travel outside of those borders, and life is simple.
It's like that episode of Entourage when Drama's trying to get the firefighters to move his address so he can be in the 90210 area code.
Because they'll treat them better. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Fuck, you just brought something up and it reminded me. Oh, yeah. Talking about Chick-fil-A anti-gay supporters. What is that? What's the word? What's the phrase for that? That's the reason why I did my own tires. Was because the nearest tire shop is anti-cannabis. And they spent quite a few commas battling it the last 3.
Oh, you're talking
Times.
about the number one owner in the state of Arizona?
It might be.
Yeah, American Tires.
I don't think that's it, but
I don't know the name, but I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
But yeah,
There is
they
one owner.
they lobbied against
shit ton of
cannabis
money.
a lot of money, and so
Uh-huh.
I am not gonna take my money to them to do a job I can inconvenience myself with. So I drove my trailer up on stilts. I didn't know that was possible. Whatever that thing is called, a little ramp. Swapped it out with my utility trailer tires, and good to go.
Nice.
Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. The show goes on.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah,
It's one of my favorite Queen songs.
But
Show must go on.
it's a great song. It really is.
how does Chick-fil-A feel about Queen?
Probably.
Ooh, probably hate it.
Well, I mean, they're probably like,
They
"We
want
think-
it all. They want it now.
We think Freddie Mercury was a great talented artist, but the way he sucked dick was against the gods.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hey, shout out to the Arizona Libertarian Party, huh?
You parlayed from dick sucking to the Libertarian Party, please.
Yeah, because we
explain.
believe in
Dick
doing whatever the fuck
Sex
you want
work.
as long as you're not
Sex
vi-
work.
Yeah,
what we're
yeah.
talking about?
I'm
Okay.
I'm pro sex work as fuck.
Hey,
Look,
no, I'm asking because I want to be on the same page.
yeah,
I'm pro.
no, like listen, as long live your life however you want to, as long as you aren't infringing on the rights of someone else.
Or hurting
That's it.
anybody.
So I mean, if you pay your bills by doing sex work, more power to you. As long as it's consensual, and no one's getting hurt unless it's what your kink is or whatever, and then you've signed off on it somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you are a consenting adult and you aren't violating someone else's rights, do whatever the fuck you want. It's nobody else's business.
Preach.
Make your goddamn money and have a great day.
Yeah.
Daughters, I know you'll never see this, but please don't end up on OnlyFans. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
I
put
would
it out
I
there.
would prefer my children not
I'm
do
just gonna
that.
Put it out there.
Yeah, I would prefer my children not do
I
that.
understand the medium.
It's easy to make money off of.
Daddy hopes that he provides for you as best as he can. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. That's where I agree. I agree.
I don't want the backlash that has to come when someone runs into you in public. You know what I mean?
or some
Or
weird
some stalker,
or some creepy ass friend of mine, like,
Yeah.
hey, guess where I seen your daughter?
Yeah, yeah. Like there's a lot of caveats, a lot of bad news that can come from that. And
No. That's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
I don't want to think about it.
but again, make your money.
but yeah, do what you got to do. But
do it.
I would prefer if my daughters did not. But they're gonna live their life the way they want to
Exactly.
anyway.
They're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yep.
I'm just gonna say, hey, let's try these other options.
And I'm gonna be like, you know what? I love you, but I'm not gonna kick them out of the house or anything. I hopefully they're living by themselves. But I'm not gonna be like, you don't have a spot at the family Christmas anymore.
True.
I think that's fucked up.
I think I used to say keep her off the pole. Like when I was younger. That's my only goal if I have girls is to keep them off the pole. And I watched the latest season of Billions, and one of the characters, his daughter, he winds up seeing her at his favorite spot.
Oh.
Yeah, and so it's just like, and then the way that it affects him. Yeah, I got to see that in real time, and it's not something I would wish on anybody. But again, make money the way that you can. Hopefully, I give you a tool set that allows you to try other options. That's all I'm gonna say.
I actually had a conversation a while back with a lady. She's involved with the leadership program in FitOps, and we were talking about that woman's kicker who was the first female kicker in a college football game, and all the shitty backlash she was getting from people.
On a positive story.
Yeah, on a positive story, and she was talking, and I was saying, well, it's you're breaking the boys' club, and the boys, they don't like it. Me, I don't give a shit. I mean, is she good? Great. If she's not good, okay.
Does she produce?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all that I
Great.
care about.
Great. It's not my team, so I don't really give a shit. But good on her for making history.
Well,
And there are most definitely girls out there who like football and would love to play it professionally
Oh,
without having to
absolutely.
be scantily dressed or beat each other up.
Well, look at the 49ers. She's either defensive coordinator or offensive
Oh
coordinator.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's a lady.
Yep.
She's the first.
She's a lady. What?
She's the first woman to ever be.
Yeah,
in
first
men's.
She
first professional.
went to the Super Bowl, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
But I was telling her name's Lulu. Lulu has a podcast called Babes and Buttholes.
did. Nice.
You can find that on all podcast platforms. But
All one word.
Babes and Buttholes, yeah, I do believe. But I was telling her, I was like, look, if I can't give my girls the confidence to step into a boys' club and be just as good, if not better than the boys in the boys' club, I fucked up as a parent. You know what I mean? If my daughters want to go to, I don't know, want to be in the oil field, and they want to be one of the best riggers in the business, right? And she doesn't have the confidence to really dive deep and beat the boys in the boys club. I fucked up as a dad. I didn't raise her to know that she can do whatever she sets her mind to and sets her goals towards. That's my fault. I fucked up. So, Yeah, keep her off the pole, right?
My hope is just to give them the tools to create whatever path they choose and not have to settle for that. You know what I mean? Like there's a difference between choosing it and making
Settling.
it about empowerment. And there's another one that's I have no options and it's sad.
Right. And you can definitely there's there's like disenfranchised people in like bad communities. It's kind of like
But just think of where we came from like the town whore,
yeah,
like Scarlet Letter and all that shit, right? Isn't that what that was about?
Yep.
Like they mark women
Well-
that are promiscuous or whatever.
or yeah.
Like, how is that not the same thing, just in digital form? Because it puts a target on them. And so people can use their opinions and their prejudices to, cause a stir in their livelihood or their day to day and shame them or, whatever. So, Karens are around and they are on the prowl. Just another thing that they would probably have an issue with.
I said something today on the Twitters, talking to another libertarian, because libertarians are pro sex work. As long as you're not hurt, as long as no one's rights are getting violated, do what you do, right? And it was, and I said the only people that are upset about sex work are people that use religion as a weapon, or they're super jealous that people aren't paying them a lot of money to see them shove stuff in their holes.
Wow.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you don't have the confidence to do that, and you're upset that someone does? That sucks.
Oh, you mean a hard truth?
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, and like, you're okay with your job and your income and everything? That's great. Leave that person alone. There wasn't a lady who she's the New York Post or Times or one of them ran a story kind of shaming a lady who was an EMT, and on the side she had her OnlyFans account. And
Is OnlyFans like the where you like do shows and shit?
Cams.
it's
Oh,
like
it's
it's like Patreon.
I don't
It's
know what that
like
is.
It's a webcam.
yeah, it's you're like, here's my content, but in order to see it you have to pay a
Pay for it.
fee,
Okay.
right?
So
So
it's
but-
like webcamming.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean it's just another platform that got popular during this shit. So what's wrong with her
Nothing.
doing that on the side?
Nothing
Like
at all.
she comes home after a long shift or whatever, and then
Yeah.
she's like, all right, I can make some of these chicks clean house.
Oh, I could imagine.
You know,
man.
like, you can make anywhere from nothing to thousands of dollars a month. You know what I mean? Like,
Alright, I could easily see that, dude.
so I mean, like, let her eat.
It's not hurting anybody. People are paying on their own dime to fucking watch it. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Would you date a girl who did that? Let's say you're single.
I would.
No, I'll never say I'm single. That'll get me murdered.
God damn.
No, would I date a girl? Like, let's say,
Let's say you're 25 years old.
Let's say Brittany died.
no,
God,
no,
no,
fuck
let's
that.
not see why.
Well, no,
No.
because
Don't put that energy
no.
out there, man.
the
No.
joke that is that anytime you see a movie, anytime a guy is talking about an hypothetical of him being with another woman, it's always, okay, my wife died of cancer. I'm a widow now, and that's how. That's of course.
You know what they
I'll-
say? You know what they say about putting things out there in the universe,
It
right?
comes back. So let's say I'm 25. Let's say I'm
opinions you were talking about earlier.
Let's say I'm 25. Let's go with that one
Okay.
for sure.
25 and single, no obligations.
25 single, no obligations.
You meet a chick at a bar. Where's your place, Mavericks?
Yeah.
Let's say you're working at Mavericks and some chick comes up to you and you guys hit it off, and then you go over to her place and she goes to the bathroom or something and you happen to go past her bedroom and you see like a camcorder, a big ass ring light, fucking toys. Who knows what it is, but it's very clear that that's her revenue stream, right? Would you be able to stomach that? Okay,
Yeah, I for sure would.
you would.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, but I'm impressed.
Listen, I'm not a jealous person.
Yeah,
Um,
it's about realistic expectations.
I'd
Like if you're signing up for that.
Yeah, I would. I
you're
would.
gonna take
I
it
would,
on,
s-
then
I would
just-
say, hey, we're not recording this, right?
Yeah, you would have to. You would
That's
have
it. Like that's
You
as
have to
far
have
as it
some
would go.
paperwork involved.
But that's. I mean,
Oh man.
no. Like if it's. I mean, if I would have a problem if she was like, I probably could not date a porn star.
Oh, there is levels.
Okay, you know what I mean? Like when I was younger and
All
single.
monogamy. So that's
No, if I was younger and single and I had a chance to hook up with a porn star, sure.
a
but-
married porn star.
A what?
A married porn star.
Like she was married?
yeah, you know how there are porn stars who are married and then they fuck other people on the job.
Would I know about it?
I'm telling you.
I don't,
I'm just trying to find where the levels are, bro. There's no shame.
well, I mean, no, because that's what she does. So I don't and her husband's obviously cool with it.
I lost him. He
No.
was focused, and now he's looking up there for some reason.
No, so if that's her job and her husband's obviously cool with that going down, then
But she was like you. But you came across her, and you knew she was a porn star, and she knew you were into her, and she said, "My husband's cool with it. Let's go somewhere."
sure,
All right.
yeah. Like if her husband's like, have a great time, I'm like, thanks,
He's there. He's watching.
thanks, Chris. You know,
He's there watching, recording for OnlyFans.
no, I would,
No,
not,
no, no.
I would not be, I would not want to be recorded.
Got you.
I mean,
But you can be watched.
if he could like sit in a closet and
Oh, fuck.
whatever, like, hey man, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna go live this fantasy real quick, and because it's gonna be real quick.
I was,
And-
I was part of the production team for one of my buddies hooking up with a chick and recording her.
Cool.
They recorded it, and they were like, so they recorded it, and we were in the other room watching it. And he had performance issues because he knew we were watching. It was like he was like a very proud person, very proud, and he had no problem pulling chicks, right? And this chick was cute, and so we're like, we knew that he was gonna disappear at some point in the night, and I had a camcorder, and so we were just talking that I had on spring break, and so he, on a whim, you know how guys do. Again, it's locker room talk when you're 19, 20, whatever, and he's like, bring your camcorder over it. I'll record it. I said, I have a cable long enough that we'll plug it to the TV and we can that was live streaming back in the day. Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I live streamed my buddy smashing or trying to smash this chick and impress his boys in the other room. Yeah. You want to talk about God, that's so fucking lame.
But yeah, no.
So lame.
If it actually like, I don't like hook up with a porn star. Sure. Actually, date a porn star that was like actively working. You know, like, no.
I did for a month.
Yeah, but like, no. But I'm talking like bring the family dinners date.
No,
Not
no. I never like introduced her. Like, well, she
No, just
knew,
the Tinder thing. Just the fucking
Oh no, I met her at a bar. Didn't know she was a porn star until a couple weeks in.
Then she was just a lady who did porn.
I
You
mean,
know who porn
she was
stars
just
are.
some
They're
girl who-
stars.
She just fucked real well.
Yeah, no, but like,
I had no complaints.
You could get paid to do this, couldn't you? Actually,
I actually got offered to make $10,000 to do a porn, and I said no, because God forbid there'd be a time down the line that my son would be sitting with his friends and be like, hey, "Is that your dad?" And
yeah, man, kids.
I don't ever want that to ever.
Did you have a
come.
kid at the time?
What?
Did you have a kid
Yeah.
at the time? Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
But that doesn't sound like a single.
No. He was
Parent-
3 at the
parentless.
time.
Yeah.
Right,
Hey, Paul, you made the right choice, bro.
I know.
you did it, buddy. You should have really dove
Good.
deep into that modeling career, though.
Good on you.
What coulda, shoulda.
There's still time, buddy.
Yeah, no, there's not.
Chase your dreams.
Any dream I want to chase now, it's long gone.
So you're saying you wouldn't start an account with Des
What?
if it was lucrative?
So what?
You guys being on OnlyFans and having your own channel, your own sex channel.
You asked me if I would do it?
Yeah.
And it made money? Fucking heartbeat.
Ah, yes.
I have zero shame, dude.
Where's
You guys-
Des at? I need. Where's Des at tonight?
Yeah, Des would not do that.
She
with
wouldn't do it?
me. Fuck no. She's too self-conscious about herself.
Okay.
Me, I have zero shame. I can give two fucks who looks. I had sex with my ex-wife on a pool table in front of about 30 people. Like, I have zero shame. Like, none.
Okay. Jake?
No, once again, because my kids more than likely scrolling through some shit eventually down the line and be like, oh no, that's my parents. Not gonna happen. No kids. Me.
I mean, you were talking about, didn't you run for like school council or something?
who me?
Yeah.
No.
Didn't you? What was the whole voting thing? That you said you were going to become.
Oh yeah,
For the
I
school
ran
board.
for the school board.
Yeah.
and superintendent of the.
You don't think that OnlyFans matters on your resume as a school board member?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. I guess.
There you go.
Yeah.
There it is.
You know, one day when
You
I'm
can be a public figure on
one day when I'm governor of Arizona,
Huh.
Yes.
we should enforce this law. Fuck you.
Dropping
Hey, man.
deuces.
You'd leave if I was governor.
What?
You'd leave if I was governor.
No, I'm just saying his last name, dropping deuces.
Oh,
Deucey.
Deucey.
He was on earlier today. Oh, was that work?
You see that video of apparently the president calling him and then him silencing it
No.
while he was declaring the votes for the election. I guess he changed it to some like specific ringtone, and during the recording of him signing off that Biden won Arizona, that ringtone goes off in his pocket, and he gets annoyed and goes up, he silences it and puts it on the phone, and then keeps doing what he's doing on live TV, bro. You can't tell me Trump saw that.
Oh, shit.
In real time, I'm gonna call this motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
2020 is a shit show.
Yes, it is. I agree.
Let's see what he's yelling about right now. Holy shit. He tweeted 9 hours ago. Is he asleep? Did he die?
Who's he?
Fuck, it's almost 10 o'clock.
The Trump.
Oh,
It's late.
Oh no, it doesn't matter.
I don't fucking know.
This dude's up yelling something. Like 20 out of 24 hours a day.
True. True.
Like, okay. Like I don't follow him, but I like to go creep. What are you saying today there, Donnie?
I'm sure he's got some
you don't have to
funny
go far to find it.
No, no, you don't.
shit. No, you don't.
See what old Rudy Giuliani's up to.
Good old Giuliani.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anywho,
so I love my wife.
I love Des.
all this fucking porn star talks. I gotta make this very clear.
I love my fiance Desiree Farrow.
Wow, government, the whole thing.
No, I mean, I don't think we crossed lines,
I don't think we did at all.
but just for ass covering purposes. I am completely happy in my marriage. My home is great. My kids are great. I wouldn't change it.
Word.
There it is. All right. Thanks, buddy. Well, anyway, unless you guys have any other pole jerking to do, I think that might be the end of the show, huh?
I think so, because it's time for my bed.
Oh, you already poop?
No,
Oh,
How are the chairs working out?
chairs are
I
fantastic.
love this chair.
We were 2 hours and 10 minutes in.
Yeah, no, this is.
You
like,
haven't like
I
complained
haven't
about your
said
back at all.
not,
Okay,
not
fantastic.
once.
This
No,
is like the
chairs are
olden
fucking
times
great.
when we talked
Yeah.
for 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry that was so uncomfortable. It looked really cool.
No, it
No,
looked
yeah.
dope as shit, man. I wish I didn't have a bad back.
It made me focus on my posture,
Right.
which is fuck that.
Oh shit!
I'm
All right.
close to undoing my belt and stick my hand down my pants. This
All
is cozy
right,
as
that's
shit.
it. There it is.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Sober Swell podcast.
And your name?
Greg Valentine.
Yes, and my name is Mr. Rowe,
Yeah, but I'm Jake Howard.
and I'm Paul Rowe.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.